Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. This is the start to a brand new series that I'm going to call Let's Game the Decadence System, or something very close to that. I might rename it, I'm not sure. But basically what I'm going to do, this is like a sister playthrough to the Defective Decadence series. And this will be kind of like the yin and the yang type thing. So Defective Decadence was all about not using exploitative or gamey tactics and following the rules, so to speak, like having the proper number of wives and landing your relatives because you're kind of supposed to. This one's going to be the opposite. It's going to be a breakneck world conquest. We're going to start as the Sheikh of Cadiz, just like before. And we're going to do everything in our power to conquer the world as fast as possible and make it so that Decadence is completely it's just not a factor. So this will show you the opposite way to deal with it. Whoa, that'll make you nauseous right there. But we are going to play on very difficult, very hard, just to make it, a little bit more challenging, I guess. I am playing with 3 mods. I have the, what do you call it? I've got keyboard shortcuts, of course, and interface adjust. I've also got the NBRT mod enabled, which makes the borders look pretty. And then I am going to be playing with no hassles vassals from the start, because we're going to expand a lot. So let's do a quick ruler designer. We're going to start off as, you know what, actually I think we're going to want to start as Andalusian instead of Bedouin. That's going to be, not Latin. I can never remember these groups very well. Bedouin, Andalusian, there we go. We're going to start off as Andalusian because I believe our liege is Andalusian. And it's just going to make things easier for us. Plus we're going to be in Spain, Andalus, so we want to do that. Random names, that's fine. Will be, what do we want to show up on the Dynasty page? Dynasty. We'll just use a random name. I don't really care to try to think of one right now. Betty. Sounds good. Okay, culture is going to have to also change. What I changed before, if you're confused, this is the appearance. You can have an ethnicity that doesn't match your actual culture. So we just changed our ethnicity so we look different, but we still need to go down to Arabic and actually change our actual culture to Andalusian. We'll be Sunni. And since we're starting off as a single county sheikh or sheikh, depending on how you feel like pronouncing it, we will also do the elusive shadow type approach. Intrigue usually works better the smaller your realm is. We'll be Umar. Sounds good. And we'll add a few traits. Now one that I am going to take right off the bat is we're going to take Genius. Genius gives you 25 overall points at the cost of 30. So it's not quite a perfect thing, but since it's inheritable, I think it's a good idea to start with it. And then we're going to marry as many strong women as we can to try to mix strong with genius and hopefully get a strong genius heir. That will help out quite a bit. We're already 58, so let's take a few other negatives, like, say, not ugly. We don't want any congenital stuff with the hearts. But we can take, like, hedonist is fine. That'll give us more babies. Lustful. Gluttonous, no. I will take slothful because it's easy to get rid of with hunts. Patient is a great trait, even though it's negative. Being deceitful will help out with our intrigue. Craven, not a big deal. We can get rid of that with a hunt. We can take arbitrary. We can get rid of at a feast, but that's Christian usually. I don't think you can do it at Ramadan. Cruel is fine. It increases intrigue. We don't want to take Saeed or any of that stuff. For some reason they don't cost any points. Actually no, this character is patrilineally descended from the Prophet. Sure, why not? Since we're playing gamey. No, that'll make it too easy. That's just a flat 10 opinion with everybody the entire game. Let's not do that. Wounded. Did I already take wounded? I think I missed it. Wounded. Wounded. Okay. And that's good. So now we're down to age 16. We don't want to start with any sons or daughters. I do want to bump up my health by a little bit, and then just give us some base stats. 45, a little bit too old for my taste. I'd like to have a couple of these at only 7 points, so that we can immediately take the ambition to increase it, so that we can get an extra 100 prestige right away for extra opinion. So let's take learning down to 7. We can't actually get it down to 7. Shoot. That's right, Genius is going to make it impossible to do that strategy. That's too bad. Well, in that case, we'll just go with decent overall stats. Yeah, the base of... If we reduce it all the way down, base 5 is the minimum. Yeah, we just can't do it. Okay. So we'll just have good stats overall. And we're off. Let's go. So again, this is going to be as gamey and exploitative as possible. That is the whole point of this. So this is kind of like the proper way to manage Decadence if you want it to be a non-issue. My vassals hate me. Liege is slothful, Liege is craven, Liege is cruel, Liege is blah blah blah. So we're going to have to do all those things. First ambition we'll take then is going to be get married, because that's quick and easy. Easy piety. And piety is very important when you're playing as a Muslim. Next we're going to scour the world, look for strong women. Hopefully there's some available. Matching a genius kind of increases the likelihood that our kid inherits genius, but it's not really necessary. There we go, 16-year-old strong girl. We'll get her and go from there. And open council. We have no court imam. Interesting. Now we did start off with 2 counties, which is fine. And I'm gonna go. As a Tangri pagan, I was able to take over the world in less than 200 years. Hopefully, we can do that with this character. So we've satisfied our ambition to become married. That's good. Next, let's take the ambition to become exalted among men. I like to take that one as early as possible, because if you get over 200 prestige, you can't take it again. So, let's see. I wonder if our liege is likely to actually make us into part of his council. It'd be an easy ambition to do. Now we'll just take exalted among men. That'll be the plan. So how are we going to expand? So right now, we have a levy of about 860 troops, and our neighbors are all within our own realm. The Umayyad Sultanate, I believe that's who we're under, right? You're an Umayyad? Yes. Has the crown law at autonomous vassals, so we can attack anybody. Unfortunately, our liege holds 2 of the titles that border us, so it's really Sevilla is one guy that we can attack. It would cost us piety, but since he only has 1 county, he's quite weak, and he has no alliances yet, so it makes sense to attack him pretty much right away. Let's just verify the strength of his armies. So we're looking like Sheikh Muhammad of Sevilla. It's going to be way down here. There's me, and he's right next to us. Alright, so he actually has 737, we have 860. We should probably wait. Now we need to try to get Decadence down to 0% as fast as possible. That'll increase our income tremendously, and also give us a bonus to morale from our own personal troops. So that will be good. First thing we'll do then is go on a Hajj, see if we can get rid of some Decadence on our way there, and then we'll observe Ramadan as soon as we have enough money. This is the No Hassles Vassals mod, so we should probably do that. We don't have a regent yet, so we can actually put ourselves here. So let's raise our banner in both of these places. Raise a banner. And then disband. Now we'll get a regent as soon as this happens. Do we want to take someone with us? Sure. That'll improve relations with one of our vassals and help us out with opinion. I took so many bad traits that we might actually have to wait about a year to go on our first war, because I need to get rid of some stuff with hunts. Alright, one of my servants has noticed that a hated rival is camping not far from us. I know that it is against the teachings of the Prophet to attack someone on Hajj, but this is a golden opportunity. I don't want to kill him. Befriend him. Let's befriend him. I'm not going to break bread with you today. I need to break camp immediately. Whatever. Not a big deal. Interesting event, though. Can we invite a holy man to court? 5 piety to get a court imam? I think yes. And we need to perform charity to try to make our vassals like us. We also need to not do any of this. Let's build a spy network in our liege's capital. This guy's terrible. All of my advisors are pretty crappy. We have far more troops in Gibraltar, which is actually Algeciras. So let's train troops here. Let's collect taxes there as well. Our capital's Cadiz, but Algeciras is much, much better as far as income and everything goes. It's kind of curious how they did that. This one's way, way more upgraded. And then for diplomatic relations, I do think we should focus on any of the barons that we have. Do we have a baron under us? Yes, there's a Wilia of Arcos in Cadiz. But then there's also one here in Tarifa. That one is upgraded. That one is not. So we will improve relations in this county, hoping that we target this Wilia, this guy here. Because if we can get him to like us better, he'll give us a lot of troops. So first, let's give him a title. 2, actually. He wants to become Marshal. He's a weak man. Not very likely to do that. Now, later on in the game, we're only going to go with one wife, because we want to keep Decadence down. But in the beginning, I'm going to take as many as possible, so that we can try to generate that perfect kid. Like, we'll take the best one, whichever the best kid we find is. And then we'll murder all the others. And every single generation will end up being the same thing. It's just going to be... We could take an attractive one, that's fine. It's going to be just trying to get the most eugenic program person possible. I think we just did her, that's right. So, any other strong ones? I prefer strong genius, personally. I think they're the best. Nothing. Okay. In that case, we'll just take 2 more to see if any of our kids end up being geniuses. That's fine. You can have up to 4 wives, even if you are just a lowly sheikh. Sheikh. I still don't know exactly how you're supposed to pronounce that word. Now, if we don't get a son, we are game over. We've arrived in Mecca. We're still wounded. Let us try to become humble. Humble is what you want as a Muslim. Piety affects opinion with everybody. Proud gives you less prestige than humble gives you piety, and prestige matters less for opinion than piety does. Prestige is 100 points per 1 opinion. Piety is only 25 points per 1 opinion. So we want to become humble. We'll sacrifice a ram. Gain some more piety. That's good. You want to make me spy master. See, I was thinking he might end up doing that. That's what happens when you're very, very good at spy mastery type stuff. So now I'm spy master for my liege. I wonder if there's anything fun that I can do, like kill him. Killing him would be fantastic for the realm, for me at least. Let us help. Spending this early money is really, really efficient. Getting that piety up to about 200 or so right in the beginning, despite being a hedonist and lustful, will really make a big difference. Old wound is healed. Good. See how we're getting piety plus 3? That's because we're at 75 or more. 15 more piety, we'll have plus 4 from that. One of our wives is pregnant. There is no good but that. Where's my 4th wife? Got the attractive one, the strong one. It's the strong one that's pregnant, so... Looks like the last one we didn't end up getting. I don't know what happened. Let's take this one. She's lustful. I want as many kids as possible at first. They're not a threat to decadence when they're babies. They're only a threat when they come of age. And my character's already 45, so I'm expecting that we'll probably not have to play him for too long, and we can just murder all of our brothers without any issue. The key is to just not land them. So we want to do Ramadan, and we also want to go on a hunt. Can we go on a hunt? Am I going crazy? I can't remember. We want to give to charity. That's another great way to get a bunch of morale. Or sorry, piety. And we already have tons of plot power. This event's just not firing. I'm deeply honored. Giving to charity gives you 50 piety. It's a very good thing to do. Alright, so should we attack Sevilla? I think yes. I think the answer is yes. As soon as we have enough troops. That gentleman, Sheikh of Sevilla, has 828. And I have 1100. So we could probably do it. He'll only have 460 if we actually do it. I think we need to wait for this to cap out. And it actually looks like it already has. It's kind of risky. Let's just do it now. We're going to lose piety every month that we wait. Every month that we're at war with him. Now, ideally, the best case scenario for me would be to move my men off the capital, allowing him hopefully to come siege it. If he leaves, and I siege his land, that would be ideal. But no, he's not going to leave. His men are at half morale or so. This is really dangerous because we're playing on very difficult, so they're going to have a lot more morale than I will. But let's try it anyway. Chaotic start. I'm scared. Are you scared? I'm scared. Fortunately, he only has 1 leader, and we're already flanking. Perfect. This basically counteracts the bonus that he gets. It doesn't even list the bonus from AI here, but he is much stronger than he should be. I could pursue, which, yes, I will. If we've already won, it makes sense to pursue it and beat up the rest of it. Still have our 2 commanders, so we're doing fine. And we want to make these wars as quick and dirty as possible, because Being at war is costing us piety. There's already a peasant revolt. Of course. 2 of them, in fact. A daughter. How worthless. Not really. We'll actually use her for an alliance, which can make a big difference. And I think that will be sufficient. Now we just wait for this to fall, and then we will probably attack this guy, assuming we have enough troops to do it right away. Oh, perfect. He gave me the... I've decided to grant you the Emirate of Sevilla in recognition of your service of nobility and spirit. Good. So he created the duchy, and even though his capital... No, his capital's not in Sevilla. So he gave me the Duchy of Sevilla because I'm a spy master, I'm on his council, and because I have most of the land here. This guy has... Actually, he has 2 of the counties here as well. It's a really surprising move on his part, because I'm going to desire control of Aracena and Niebla. I'm not really sure why he did that. Kind of strange. Okay, well, I'm going to take a break here. I will see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.